Salutations to the Sun is a program that combines the experiential mysticism of yoga with contemporary Christianity. The marriage between the Lord's Prayer and the Sun Salutation, a series of 12 postures from the yogic tradition, is truly a match made in heaven. A lot of this teaching also derives from the translations and transliterations of Dr. Neil Douglas Klotz, where he's taken special interest in looking at the original Aramaic words of the Christ. Of course, the Christ didn't speak English. He was a native Middle Easterner and spoke Aramaic, which is a fascinating language that actually sits between ancient Hebrew and contemporary Arabic. So even the language of Jesus was a language of union, which of course is the essence of yoga. Yoga means union. So I'd like to share with you the ancient Aramaic words of Christ, the way Christ would have spoken the Lord's Prayer when his disciples asked him for tutelage on prayer. So in the language of Jesus, this is the Lord's Prayer. Abun Debashmaya, Netkadish Shamach, Te Malkutach, Nekwed Sivianik Aikana, Debashmaya Af Ba'ara, Havlan Lachma de Sunkanan Yaumana, Washbuklan Chaubein Wachtahin, Aikana Dachanan Shwachanal Hayabe, Wela Tahlan Lenithuna, Ela Patsan Min Bisha. Metul delachi malkutach, wahaila, wateshbukta, la'alam almin. Amen. There are a number of teachings that from the Lord's Prayer in the Aramaic that allow us to go much deeper into the language of Christ and perhaps some of the meanings behind his words. Probably the most profound is the very first line of the prayer. In its original Aramaic, that first word is abun. And abun is what was translated through Greek and Latin and ultimately at English to become our Father. Abun is a much richer, much broader word than simply that paternal aspect. In fact, abun means everything. Father, mother, cosmic birther, to use the translation of Dr. Neil Douglas Klotz. And I think to start any prayer from that acknowledgement of ultimate union, the identity or the identification that there's one without a second, and we're all a part of that, is a wonderful way to start a prayer, and from my understanding is very likely the way that Jesus himself would have begun a prayer when his disciples asked him for that, how do we pray? And it's a wonderful way to begin a prayer with the acknowledgement of the one without a second, Abun.